Hey everyone, and welcome to today's video. And in today's video, I will be taking you through another Brand Bites overview. And you better get ready for this one because you're in for the long haul. I will be talking to you about Catrice, and Catrice is a European drugstore brand which is very affordable, and that's one of the reasons why I think this is the makeup brand that I own the most by. That is why all the makeup you see on my face right now are all Catrice products, and I will be showing you the ones that I used as we go along. I'll be taking you from foundation to lipstick, so yeah, since there's quite a bit there, let me stop rambling and let's get to the products. So the first type of Catrice product I would like to talk to you about are these two foundations. I have the ever classic All Matt Plus foundation. I think this is one European beauty blogger favorite. A lot of people talk about this one. To me, this is a little bit too dark, and so it's not my favorite, but I've used quite a bit of it. And yeah, when I first purchased this, I think this was my very first drugstore foundation. So I do have very, very dear memories to this. And then the second foundation I have is this Even Skin Tone Beautifying foundation, and that's what I'm wearing all over my face today. This is a very, very light shade. This is actually one of the very first drugstore brands in which I found a foundation shade that matches me pretty well. Right now, I think because it's summertime, it is a little bit too light for me, and this has great pigmentation. A little goes a long way. Just one pump, and you can cover your entire face. Good coverage, but still very natural looking, so that's a good one. Sticking to face products, I also have a few concealers by Catrice. The one that I'm wearing right now is the Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. I found this very, very liquidy when I used it again. As you can see, I did use quite a bit of this product when I first got it. I really loved it at the time, but I think I'm a little bit spoiled because I've been using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, and that is truly amazing. This I do find does pull a little bit into your fine lines pretty much straight away, but when you use it in your under eye area. But I think that with a bit of powder and setting and all over the face, this definitely works. The other concealer I have is the Velvet Finish concealer, and this is actually about a third of the way gone, so I also use this quite a bit. I used to have the matching foundation for this, and the foundation oxidized pretty badly on me, and it kind of showed pores too much as well. The concealer actually I did really, really enjoy, but the thing with concealer is I try so many of them, and then the ones that I used in the past get shoved to the back, and that's pretty much what happened to this one. Then I also have this. This is the Re-Touch Light Reflecting Concealer, and I think this is one of those products that whenever I declutter my makeup collection, it survives because I like it so much. But the problem is that the shade that I have was discontinued, and so I have no chance of ever purchasing this again. What it is one of those touche éclat type of concealers with a little brush. It has light reflecting elements, and I think that for a very light coverage, just brightening concealer, this did the job excellently. Also part of face products are of course face powders. Let me start with my favorite. This is the Nude Illusion Loose Powder, and this is almost used up. That's how much I love it. I used it all throughout last summer. This is perfect for baking, so if you want to make sure your foundation stays all day or your under eye concealer, this just works miracles. It's very finely milled, it's super duper easy to apply. It can get a little bit messy, but not the best to travel with, of course, but yeah, you can definitely make this powder work, and I think this definitely lives up to more expensive powders. Then the powder that I'm wearing today, it was the first time that I actually used this because I purchased this not too long ago. This is the Prime and Fi Mattifying Waterproof Powder. It's supposed to be a transparent powder, and I kind of just dusted it all over my T-zone and my under eye area to make sure my makeup doesn't go anywhere. I have to say that I really like the finish this powder gives. It's definitely not too powdery. I still have to see whether it actually makes my makeup stay in place though, because this is the first time I'm wearing it and I just put it on my face. And a powder that I'm not even sure whether you can still read this because it's so worn off is the All Matt Plus Transparent Face Powder. I've even used it so much that you cannot even see the writing on this anymore. I mean, that's how often I use this. I still have this sort of like, again, for memory's sake almost. I don't really use this a lot. One of the reasons why I stopped using it is because it's not truly transparent. It definitely does have a little bit of color to it. So when you dab this over your concealer, it actually makes it change color. And that's one thing that I don't really like. So that's one of the reasons why this powder has been pushed to the back of my powder collection, you could say. But yeah, this still, I think, can serve a purpose in my stash, which is one of the reasons why I never got rid of it. Moving on then to brows, and as you can see, I have a few brow products by Catrice. This is the Catrice Eyebrow Set, and mine is completely falling apart. It comes with a lighter and a darker powder, as well as some accessories. Let me see if I can open this. Yes, it comes with a little tray with a tweezer, a brush, and a spoolie. I never really use that, but the powders have been well loved, and this lighter powder is what I'm wearing in my brows today. Another product that I'm wearing in my brows is this, and the name has worn off completely, so I'm not exactly sure what this is called, but I believe it was the eyebrow filler, I think. And what this is, it just has a spoolie and it's a tinted brow mascara. It does have a little bit of fiber in there, but it's nothing too crazy. I just really like this for setting my brows. It makes my brows stay put all day long without making them go crispy, so that's a good one. Another product I have by Catrice is this brow definer, and this is one I actually repurchased. I used to have this before, and it comes with like a little brush tip. So you just kind of brush this onto your brows. And I thought that this was just a really good product if you want to make a very bold statement brow. It's definitely something that you have to get used to, and it's very waterproof as well, so this will make your brows last all day. And then a product that I have yet to try, this is the Velvet Brow Powder Artist. And what this is like, it comes with like a spoolie tip, and it has like powder loaded onto it. And it's like Maybelline has a product as well, as but it has a pencil on the one hand, and this one comes with a spoolie. I was just really curious to try this. I have some more face products, but now we're getting to the colors and the whatnots. I have two little face palettes, and the first one I'd like to show you is the Blush Artist Shading Palette. And this is one of their newer products, actually. This was launched, I think, last February. If you don't already know, Catrice changes up their line every 6 months, so I think we're up for a new change at the end of August, I think. So in a few weeks' time, there will be some new products to try. And this Blush Artist palette comes with a darker blush, a medium tone blush, and like a very light toned one. On me, this actually works as a contouring palette. These powders are a little bit coarse, so I don't feel they are the best of quality, but for a drugstore, super cheap. I think this was like €4. Super affordable product. I think you can do no wrong. And the other little face palette I have is the Professional Contouring Palette. And I've used a bronzer in this for today's look. I use it all over my face and as a little bit of a contour. I mostly use this as a contour and use a different bronzing product on the side when I use this on a daily basis. But since this is the only bronzing type of product I have by Catrice, I had to use this all over to make sure that all of my products here are Catrice. The only thing that's not Catrice is the mascara and my eyeshadow primer, because those are two products that I don't have by Catrice. But especially the bronzer in this palette is just great. It comes in two different shades. I have the lightest one, which is Ashy Radiance, and I think this makes for a very nice, subtle contour shade. Right, so because Catrice changes up their line so often, I have actually quite a few products that I don't think you can still get. So apologies if you see something and you're like, oh, I want to run out to get that. It might very well be that it's no longer available. So I'm really sorry if you see something today and you can no longer get it. One of them being this blush. This blush was discontinued as per their line change. This is the Defining Blush in Rose Royce. And this is just a really pretty dusty rose shade. Apart from changing up their makeup line, Catrice also does limited editions. And again, I have to say I have quite a few products that were limited edition. These two blushes, for instance, this is the Defining Blush from the Glamazona collection in I'm a Survivor. And I'm not sure if you can see, but it's a very bright red. And I have this bright fuchsia from the Expect the Unexpected collection. These are actually a little bit old, and these aren't the type of colors I wear on a daily basis, but that's why I have them in these like super affordable brands. And I hang on to these just when I want to have a bit more of a pop of color on my cheeks. Another blush that I have that I think has been discontinued, this is the Multicolor Blush in Strawberry Frappuccino. This is one of my all-time favorite blushes. It looks like absolutely nothing in the pan, and this will only work if you have very fair skin, have a very fair skin tone like me. I love wearing this, especially during winter time. When I'm at my palest, this just gives me that sort of fresh, youthful, pinky hue to my face that I absolutely love. So yeah, this is a blush that I reach for every single time when it's like the dead of winter. And then we have two more blushes. These you can still get, thankfully. This is the Illuminating Blush in Coral Me Maybe and the Illuminating Blush in La Vie en Rose. And this is the blush color that I'm wearing on my cheeks today. So just a little bit of pink blush, nothing too crazy. This is a bit more coral. Catrice also does highlights, and let me just get the one out of the way that you can no longer get. But this is the highlight that I am wearing on my face today. This is the highlighting powder from the Enter Wonderland collection in Fairy Dust, and this is absolutely stunning. I have a part of like my beauty drawers where I keep some older products that I don't really use a lot, and I was just browsing that and I swatched this again, and I was like, that's very pretty. I have to bring it back out. So even though this is a little bit older, it is a powder product. It still smells okay, it looks okay, and then you can still use it. So that's the highlight that I'm wearing today. And then I have this highlighter. This is the highlighting powder in Stardust. This is a very icy highlighter. Oh, it completely doesn't show up on camera, I think. I'll do a close-up of this. I'll do a close-up of everything. This is a very sort of pinky, almost lilac toned highlighter, and I think that's very unique for a drugstore product. So again, if I'm really, really fair, this works really, really nicely. And then I have the High Glow Mineral Highlighting Powder in Light Infusion. This looks like a very champagne-y color in the pan, but it pulls it a little bit cooler when you actually apply it. I actually find the limited edition one that I'm wearing today to be a bit more champagne than this one, even though that one looks pink in the pan. I'm not sure what's up with Catrice's highlighters from that point of view, but this is a very stunning highlighter. If you're looking for an affordable baked highlighter, then this is one that you can have a look at. These two products are the transition into the eye products that I have. These are actually the Set and Stay Cream to Powder eyeshadow and liners, and these are liquid eyeshadows. I used to have a purpley shade as well, but that one I got rid of because I decided that as an eyeshadow, I mean, the idea is nice, and they do dry down, and they settle, and they stay put, but since your lids move, I felt that it was a little bit like too heavy on my lids, and you could actually like feel it really well, and I didn't like it about these two, but I thought, this is a beigey shade, beigey champagne, and like a pinky shade. I was like, maybe this could work as a liquid highlight. So I have yet to use it. I haven't been brave enough yet to try it that way, but I definitely think that that's something that I can still, you know, use these products as. But, you know, sometimes Catrice does these like crazy products and they come and go very quickly, and this was one of them. And I just wanted to try them at the time, but I'm gonna see if I can actually make these work in a different way. One thing that I also like Catrice for are eyeliners. So these are all like kohl pencils. They're all in different types. I have 3 different varieties here. These 3 colorful ones are in their Kohl Kajal formula, and these are just straight up pencils that you can sharpen. I have like a heather blue color, a minty green, and like a petrol shade. I really, really enjoy buying colored liners from drugstore brands because they're not that expensive, and since I don't wear these all the time, I mean, when are you going to wear mint green eyeliner? I'm not wearing that on a daily basis, so I don't want to spend a fortune on I don't want to spend a fortune on these, but yeah, I do want to at least have the option of doing that colorful liner if I feel like it. I also have two of the twist up long lasting eye pencils. I have a turquoise color and like a royal blue shade. Again, these are, if I wear color liner, then these are the type of shades I go for, especially around this time of year when it's summertime. I actually I think I wore this in a look the other day, which you will be seeing shortly, hopefully. If you follow my blog, that is. Yeah, I like wearing like blues and turquoise colors on my lower lash line for summertime because combined with my brown eyes, it actually works really nicely, I find. So that's why I have these two. And my favorite liners by Catrice have to be the liquid metal gel eye pencils, especially this one, the brown one, which is called Hazel the Hoff. And this is another twist up type of pencil. And this is what I'm wearing on my waterline today. And I love wearing these on a waterline because they're very soft. They have a lot of color payoff. They're very easy to use. And they actually came in a pretty nice range of color. They do have a bit of shimmer running through it, so that's something you gotta like. But I have a brown shade, a straight up gold, a straight up silver, and this like cocky army green shade. And these are great for either on the lower lash line. The silver one is really nice to pop into your inner corner for that super vibrant inner corner highlight. So yeah, those are some nice pencils to have. So something Catrice also does is eyeshadow pencils. The one that's been around the longest is the Made to Stay highlighter pen. This is really nice on your waterline or in the inner corner, just to brighten that up. It's fairly quick and easy. I believe this came in a couple of different shades, I'm not exactly sure, but I have the pink one. I don't use this on a daily basis anymore, but it's still a good product to have. Then slightly newer to their line are the Stilo eyeshadow pens, and these are just stick eyeshadows. I have a taupe shade and a copper shade. I do have to say that I haven't used these a lot yet, but I do really like eyeshadow sticks. It's just one of those types of products that I just keep hoarding, especially the Kiko ones. Those are especially nice, but I also really like these. They stay on very nicely, they go on very easily, and these are the type of products I grab for if I need to do a look within like 2 seconds. Moving on to eyeshadow, starting with eyeshadow palettes, because Catrice also does some eyeshadow palettes. And this isn't really a palette, but it's a duo. Oh well. This is from the Expect the Unexpected collection, and this is in Mustard and Custard. Can we just like pause for a minute? Mustard and Custard. I think that's a brilliant name for a makeup product. And it has a custard and a mustard colored eyeshadow shade. I don't know about you, but I haven't seen a lot of drugstore brands do mustard colored eyeshadows, and that's pretty much the only reason why I hung on to this. It is a very nice shade, especially in the crease, to blend things out, to make it a bit more hazy, whatever. But this isn't the type of shade I grab for on a daily basis, but I'm pretty sure that if I had this type of shade in a eyeshadow palette, then I would definitely use it a lot more. And then the other sort of like quad, I don't think you can still get these. I think they discontinued the entire line of quads, and especially this color you won't be able to find. But this is the Absolute Eye Color in Yellow Subma Green, and as you can see it has a yellow shade, and then all of these different green shades around it. This is a really nice sort of like, for like a cocky green smoky eye with like that pop of yellow in the inner corner. This is especially nice. And I think the makeup product that Catrice has almost is synonymous for are these little eyeshadow palettes. I have 4 of them. I have the Absolute Matte, and I'm wearing part of this on my eyes today, and this is one of their newest ones. This is the Soft Metal, and I also use this in today's eye look. And I also have the Chocolate Nudes and the Absolute Rose palette. I do have to say that these palettes aren't necessarily the best, and I don't really use them very often on the daily because I simply have better eyeshadows in my collection. But for the price point, I believe these retail for €5 each. These are some really, really nice quality shadows. A lot of people don't like these because the shades blend away very, very easily, but as you can see today, it's pretty, oh, you know, you can do a pretty okay eye look with these. I find the shades in the different palettes to be very complementary, and since they're very small and handy, you can very easily just chuck these in your bag if you're traveling. And since they're only €5, who cares if they break? Then this palette was limited edition. This is the Big City Life, the London collection. I believe they also did a Berlin and a New York and a Sydney, and there were like different cities around the world, and they used them as inspiration for a complete makeup look almost. It has an eyeliner, a brush, 2 blushes, and then 6 eyeshadow shades. I mainly bought this one because of the eyeshadow shades. Globe Theater is a really nice sort of like taupey purple lavender shade. It's very special, I think. Anyways, I haven't found this kind of eyeshadow in a lot of different eyeshadow palettes. And that's pretty much why I bought it. And I think I used it twice. This isn't necessarily the type of product that I reach for a lot. It's quite bulky. It's not something that I really go for on the daily, especially because some of the shades in here have 0 to no pigmentation. There's just one shade in here that I really like, but I really like the packaging. I just can't help it. So that's why I also hung on to it. And hey, it's London, which is one of my favorite places in the world. Then this one I have to be very careful with. This is my Depotted Eyeshadows Z palette. I used to have 3 of these and I downsized it to 1 over the years. And one type of eyeshadow that I depotted quite a bit are some Catrice shadows, and this is them. There's some other things in the mix here as well, and as you can see, some of these shades are completely ruined because I'm just not the best at depotting shadows, which is why I've decided to stop depotting shadows. Anyways, Catrice is right up here, the top 3 right here. So this is, what's this called again? In the Army Now, this is Don't Touch My Maserati. This is Mirror Mirror, which was limited edition. And then there's 3 more around, well, 4 more here. This is Top of the Cops, Yes You Tan, Bring Me Terracotta, and this is Come On Chameleon. And that brings me to single shadows. Let me start off with these round little pots. Again, these have all been discontinued. I'm very sorry. These are the Intensify Wet and Dry eyeshadows, and I have a black and like a pink. Catrice also did a Velvet Matte line, and I can actually see why they discontinued these because these broke really, really easily. I used to have 2 more and those just completely shattered on me. Not even because I dropped it, just because I used them. Like when you stick a brush in these, they are so soft that they just start to break apart. But this one, I hope this never ever breaks. If not, I'm gonna have to repress it because this is Vanilla Fair and this is one of the best highlight shades ever. This is Princess Matteline, I think. And this is like a really nice crease color. Then I have another limited edition shadow. This is from the Metallure collection, so this is very metallic. And then I have 2 from their regular line. These are both matte shadows. And this is the Bring Me Frosted Cake, which I have a friend who swears by this. This is her favorite white shadow. And it's not entirely like white, but it's like an off-white, which is why it's actually very flattering. It has a hint of pink in there. And this is on the taupe of the Matte Everest. And it's like a really light taupey shade, which is really nice all over the lid. And on to sadly discontinued shadows. These are the Liquid Metal shadows, and I have almost every single shade they did because these were just my favorites. And I think you can still get these in some places, and I really, really hope they bring these back because they're really nice. This is a white one, like a silvery white. I also have like a champagne color. And a lot of people think these have overspray, but actually just the shimmery layer on top rubs off, but then the color that's underneath it is still as shimmery, even though it doesn't look like it in the pan. Then we have a rosy, golden rosy shade. It's really pretty too. My most used one is Under Treasure, which is a darker taupe shade. I have an olivey golden green, and I have a blue, like a really nice navy, and I have a really nice sort of like it's like between blue and green. It's like a sea color, like color of the ocean blue. Moving on then to lipsticks, which will be the last thing I will be showing you. I usually keep my lipsticks all in this little tray, apart from these 2, because these are the odd ones out, you would say. And this is a limited edition collection lipstick. This is Color Bomb from the Revoltaire collection. This was a very popular collection at the time, and I remember really wanting to get my hand on this lipstick because it was supposed to be a dupe for MAC's Watch Me Simmer, and I didn't own that, and I really wanted to have this, and I got it. Long story short, it ends up being too sheer on my lip color. So my natural lip color shines through too much and I didn't like it. The only reason why I still have this, the packaging. And then this one, this is the Supreme Fusion lipstick, and this is a lipstick and a lip balm in one. It has a little bit of color, and this is just one of those easy colors that I like to throw into my purse whenever I don't know what to wear. And then the other lipsticks I have, let me start with these two. These were also limited edition. These were from the Vienna Art collection, which I believe was a Christmas collection. This is a dark red with golden shimmer. And I have a nude with shimmer, and you're probably thinking, Micah, why would you want to wear shimmery lipsticks? Well, these are really nice to sort of pop into the center of another lipstick. I find I'm not big on lip gloss because it's too sticky, and these two lipsticks layer really nicely over either darker or lighter lipsticks to sort of give that illusion of more dimension into your lips. I have 3 of the Ultimate Stay lipsticks. Let me start off with the one that I'm wearing. This looks like coral, and that's what I'm wearing on my lips today. And I have a nudie shade, All That She Wants, which always reminds me of that Ace of Base songs, which is like a muted rosy pink shade. I have a darker shade as well. This is Don't Worry, Be Berry. And this is one of their newer colors, which is really nice. Just a standard berry shade. I also have 2 from like different lines. This is from the Luminous Lips line. This is Me, My Macaron, and I. This is a super shiny, super nourishing lipstick. So if you're into that, this line is definitely worth checking out. And this is the Let's Dance Salsa lipstick from the Ultimate Shine range. And this I actually got on sale, so I'm pretty sure this was discontinued. But it's like a really nice brightening pink shade. Another limited edition lipstick, I know. This is Josephine's Joy from the Feathers and Pearls collection. This is one of the best red lipsticks ever. So it's a bit more of a brownie, more neutral toned red, so this would look great on anyone if you can still find this anywhere. I highly doubt it, but if you can still get it, this is one of the best red lipsticks ever. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the regular Ultimate Color lipsticks. Let me start off with the lightest shade. This is Rose Mint Ignites, which is a really nice light pink. And then we have like a Barbie pink shade. This is On the Pink Side of Life. This is a very neutral pink shade. This is very flattering on a lot of different skin tones, I think. And then I have a couple of very bright shades. This is Oh Juicy, and this is a straight up orange. And I also have Hot and Spicy, which is more of a coral shade. So here you can definitely see the difference between the two. Hot and Spicy is definitely a lot darker, but because of that, a little bit more wearable than this really in-your-face orange. And then I have another more like pinky coral. This is Kiss Kiss Hibiscus, a brighter pink. And then I have 2 sort of like plummy berry shades, more purpley. This is Plum Fiction and Legendberry, which is like a really nice dark red. Okay, so those were all of my Catrice products. I really hope you enjoyed the ride because I know there was a lot here. Like I said, Catrice is the brand that I own the most by, so I just thought I'd take you through and show you everything that I have. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and make sure you check back next week, because next week it will be another uploading day for me because I upload new videos every single Sunday. I really hope to see you in my next video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye!